Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Skyla Shenga. If it's your first time here, I share my experience working in Saudi Arabia. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos. So to support your girl, consider hitting that subscribe button and also the notification bell so you don't miss out whenever I post a new video. So right into today's video. Today's video is quite interesting. I want us to look at what are some of the culture shocks that you might experience working in Saudi Arabia. So stay tuned until the end. Adjusting to a different place other than your country can be a little bit hectic, and it might also take some time before you get used to a new environment. So it is advisable to maintain a positive outlook and an open mind. To begin with, Saudi Arabia is a deeply conservative Muslim state, and Islam dominates all the aspects of life in the kingdom. So what are some of the culture shocks that you might encounter or experience while working as an expatriate here in Saudi Arabia? Most of the freedom that you enjoyed back at home, now it's strictly regulated when you come here, but all in all the malls are kind of the same like those at home. And then we have western compounds where most of the activities going there are most likely like those you would experience back at home. Then we have satellite televisions offering favorite TV shows like those ones that you just see back at home. So for an expert, I would advise that you arm yourself with more knowledge on the way of life of people here in Saudi Arabia before you decide if this is the place that you want to be. So number one, let us look at religion. So concerning religion, just like we said before, Saudi Arabia is a deeply conservative Muslim state. So we have the law that is the Sharia that governs the way of life of the Muslims here, the way they should live, and apparently this Sharia should be respected by all means. You don't want to get yourself on the wrong side of it, which is the Sharia to an extent affects business life, sexuality, economy, hygiene, and even politics. Though non-Muslims are allowed to practice their religions, but you only do this in the privacy of your homes, or if you are living with Muslims under the same roof. For the case of the domestic workers, then you can do this in the privacy of your room where you sleep. It is also forbidden to speak of any other religion apart from Muslim, and if caught, you'll be dealt with harshly. So it's best to keep your religious views to yourself if it's not concerning Muslim, so that you don't find yourself on the wrong side of the law. Also, daily life revolves around prayer, which occurs 5 times a day. And during this prayer time, most of the businesses will come to a standstill, and even most businesses will shut down. So if you have appointments and meetings, you have to reschedule, which can be a little bit frustrating, but the good thing is that with time you just get used to this normal life. Even if you had, like, most of the time the homes buy things from the shop, and we have those, they are called bagalas, that supply this food stuff and all that. So during prayer time, if you had ordered for food stuff, maybe it was urgent and it's prayer time, then you have to wait until prayer time is over for whatever stuff you had ordered to come. So it can be a little bit frustrating, but with time you just get used to it and life seems just as normal. Number two, let us look at the mode of dressing. So when it comes to clothing, women experts find it a little bit hard to adjust, because for women you are required to put on an abaya. An abaya is a long flowing robe, as you can see in the picture there. So it's a long flowing robe. It should either be black or dark in color. You're also required to put on a scarf to cover your head whenever you're going outside. And for the men, you should cover your shoulders and your legs should not be exposed. So I find it like for men it's quite easier to adjust, because you can just put on a t-shirt and your favorite trousers and go outside. Only be mindful of putting on shorts that expose your legs, because you might be stopped and be asked to dress appropriately. So I find that women find it hard to adjust in the mode of dressing than men. And then women were also not allowed to drive, but thanks to the new legislation, now women can drive and even obtain their driving licenses. But if the woman is under the age of 21, they are still under the guardianship of a male relative, either a father or a husband. Yeah, but with time you also get used to the mode of dressing, and you have to dress just the way they dress to blend in and not feel out of place. So it's a good thing. But 3, let us look at food and drink. My. When it comes to food and drink, this is something that as an expert you will love about Saudi Arabia. So Saudi Arabia food is rich and laden with spices. Yani it's so yummy. On food, I just give them 100 out of 100. Like Mia Filmia, their food is superb. It is nice. And then we also have global restaurants that will get a variety of Western food. So all you have to do is just install the apps like Hunger Station, and then you can order whatever you want. Okay. So another thing on food and drink, pork. The consumption of pork is forbidden. So if you're a lover of this protein, I'm really sorry, you'll have to find an alternative protein to fit into it. Alcohol is also forbidden, and you're not allowed to come with alcohol into the kingdom. So if you are also got your the lawyer in me, sorry. So if you're also caught bringing alcohol into the kingdom, you might find yourself into the wrong side of the law. But just like I said, in the Western compounds, alcohol is available, so people are just drinking alcohol out there, but you should not consume alcohol in public. Okay. So basing on the same food and drink, now comes the month of Ramadan. This is a holy month for the Muslims, and it is not permitted surely to eat, drink or smoke in public during fasting hours. So if you don't feel like fasting along with them, because personally for me during this Ramadan session, I also find it like a perfect time to take time as a Christian, talk to my God just until the fasting hours are complete. And then now you can also participate in eating the food. Like, it's unlike for people who are fasting and then you're busy cooking and eating. It's not really good. So you should also respect the Ramadan month. If you want to eat, just eat in the privacy of your room or your home. You're not allowed to eat, drink or smoke in public. So just put that into consideration. So my last point, I think I'll be looking on censorship. So censorship is widespread since Saudi Arabia culture is strictly controlled. So there's strict censorship on television, the press and the movies, if perceived as being immoral or politically offensive. Yeah. As we sum up, let us look at the cultural etiquette of Saudi Arabia. Number 1. Whenever you visit a Muslim home or a Muslim house, the left hand is considered unclean. So never eat using your left hand. And also when you're shaking hands with someone, use the right hand. And also when you're giving gifts or receiving gifts, use your right hand, because the left hand is considered unclean. Okay. 2, eye contact between a man and a woman is discouraged. And so public display of affection should also be avoided. Another point, you should not make physical contact with a non-relative in public, and also alcohol consumption in public is prohibited. As we wind up, one can be overwhelmed with the conservative nature of Saudi Arabia, but as an expert living in Saudi Arabia, it comes with its advantages. Like, we have high quality accommodation, we have low cost of living, we have tax-free salary, we also have free education for children, and last but not least, we have paid, generous paid vacations. Yes, so whenever you're going for vacation, your employer pays for it to and fro. Isn't that beautiful? So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you've been watching this video to this far and you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? So kindly consider hitting that subscribe button and also notification bell so you don't miss out whenever I post a new video. See you in my next video, guys.